Welcome, Sketchbook Heroes. We'll be drawing this frog tonight. We broke it down. You can see the square. Square has the same height, same width. That's a 1-to-1. And then we've got the head, which is like this oval shape right in there. And the oval shape is about the half size of the square. We're looking at these relationships before we start drawing. It's the same reason that you see artists kind of with their thumb kind of like going like this, because they're measuring, they're seeing things and how all these parts fit. So here's our puzzle for the day. We're going to do this frog, and then later we've got, let's see, here all drawings. There we go. We've got SpongeBob, and we've got this, what is this? Ostrich, and other items we'll be drawing tonight. See how far we get. We will be doing simple drawings, so we'll see how simple we can make these. So here we go. Let's get this and let's put it in the chat. Copy it. Put it in the chat. Here we go. Where's my chat at? Here we go. Paste. There we go. It should be in the video itself too. We'll see. And we should hopefully, I don't know, we can give props to this person, but I don't know. It doesn't really say who's it by. All right. So let's get going. Let's get going to our drawing. Let's find a nice clean sheet of paper here. Let's get drawn. Now, you want to go at your own pace. If you want to, draw many frogs, feel free to draw a lot of frogs. If you're going too fast, I can, just put it in the chat to slow down or repeat. I can do that because we are live here. So we're going to start off with our square. Let's see what are we going to use? Use a pen. This is a pen here. All right. So we see the square, and it's just same height, same width. Sketch it out, and I'm sketching kind of dark. Usually want to sketch light and then build on your drawing. There we go. There's that, and there we go. Let's see. Then we've got our here's half. Actually, we can do that just to see. It's a good little practice when you're first beginning. Try to get the axis line. So we've got these both axis lines. Yeah, usually have a minor and a major, but these are both the same. So they're just axis lines, the same length. So this length here, we need to get that and bring it up here, probably a little bit wider, but that's right in there. Notice how I'm just kind of going back and forth right there, and got that sketch in there. Oh, let me highlight my screen here. Is it highlight? Double check. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. That's it. All right, there's that shape. And then we've got our legs coming out here, almost at a 45-degree angle. And that's just the axis line right in there. But the shape is kind of like an oval shape. I would say kind of like right in there. There we go, that shape. You want to draw big to small. Don't worry about the detail. You want to draw the big shapes and sketch them in. We're almost like bringing out the clay. This is like the clay. And then we build on top of this. We build on top of this. So here we go. Here's the feet. 1 foot there and 1 foot on this other side. There we go. This other side kind of looks like the number 2. You see, use your imagination. And that's the second way of drawing. One is observing from observation. And the second way of drawing is drawing from your imagination. And it does take both. You got to practice both. Now there's going to be one set of legs on this side, frog legs. I've never eaten them. But there's another set of legs on this side, right in there. And I'm kind of just sketching them in. All right. Let's see. Should we zoom in? Zoom. There we go. That's nice and easy right there. All right. I'm going to stop for a little second. Make sure people catch up. Make sure you've got this, because you've got this. It's all just shapes. It's a puzzle, right? Just the shapes get more complex when you're drawing something a little more difficult here. All this is just shapes, but the shapes are a little more complex, right? Seeing the shapes and working on that. See, it's going from here to there. This is an example we had earlier off camera, which is, where's my stamp at? Don't see it. It's all good. All right. Now, hopefully that's enough time. If we bring this axis line up even higher, I didn't really see the relationship of the eyes, but this eye here We'll put it right in here, right on that side right there, resting on the square, I guess. That's where I kind of see it, resting on the square. I would say it's right about there. You can sketch it and then go, once you sketch it in, then you can go in there and actually draw it with a nice sharp edge if you wanted to, but you want to just practice your drawing. The second eye, there's overlapping. The second eye is behind this one, and it's a little bit bigger and maybe a little bit more oval. So it goes, you can sketch it in. Here, sketch it in first. Once you feel comfortable with it, then I almost trace it. You can just almost trace it, go in there and trace it. Just a little bit bigger, a little more of an oval. There it is. All right. And then here we go. We can, these shapes, all shapes have axis lines. So you can see this one. This one, the eye, the pupil is not right in the middle. It's in this quadrant. So if we break it into fourths, that pupil is right in there. There it is. And then this other one, the pupil is a little bit higher because it's a bigger eye, and it's right about there, about that big. Once you start doing one shape and another shape, these are proportions, because if I make it bigger, then the pupil, the proportions, can almost have to eyeball the eyeball how big those little circles are going to be. I can, it's probably like, I don't know, we can probably figure it out. Looks like it's mathematically 1, 2, about 4, probably 1/8 the size of this eye. All right. Okay, so now we've got, let's do the back of the head. We're gonna do the back of the head. This one little shape here kind of goes behind and goes right in there like that. And this drawing was requested by Josh tonight, a regular. He showed his Sparta drawing earlier. Practice, practice, practice. Yeah, so wrap. We're looking at ratios. We're looking at angles, simple angles, just verticals, horizontals. There's some 45s here. The curves, ratios, angles, proportions, placement, practice, patience, persistence, all the P words, but it's wrap, ratios, angles, proportions, and placement. And then you got to practice, and then patience and persistence, and keep at it. All right, here we go. So we've got this part right here. We're going to put in that almost that lip. It kind of bounces right here, and then it bounces up right in there, and it grabs onto here. So there's that side, right? It almost looks like a little bat on this wings. All right. I'm going to bring that. I can see it's going to, I'm going to aim for right in here where this cheek is going to be. I can actually put that cheek in right there. That cheek. This is where the cheek is. I can see my outside cheek. And I'm going to go from, whoa, we got music. Let's dance. Yes.
I was so busy trying to figure out how to spell proportions. I didn't get the second P. What was it?
Placement.
Placement. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's because placement is where things go. So placement, for example, you can get things in proportion, but the placement is wrong. That's what we were getting with some of the horses we were drawing. They got the proportions right, the size of the head, but then they made their horses look like giraffes because the placement wasn't in the right place, but the proportions were right. So that'll happen. So placement, and then just practice and persistence. And I will have that on my website. Give me some time. But yes, it'll all be there. Yeah, it'll be a course. So you'll, one by one. All right, let's do this. So we already know where we're going to go. We're going to go from here to over here, and the nice little loop almost following. We're going to almost get on this highway right here. So we're going to get on the drawing highway. When you're first learning to draw, it's kind of be a little intimidating, but you're a sketchbook hero. You take on challenges. So we're going to get on this highway. The first time you got on the freeway, I know it was a little intimidating, but you kind of want to just go on, smoothly get on, and then attach right there. See right there. So you go from here, and then attach. And I'm using a ballpoint pen, so I can't erase. So that's a good thing. You want to, just practice. There we go. There's our mouth. Here we go. Let's get the other cheek in there. That cheek is gonna go onto our square, and it's square is rounded. All right, so I'm gonna give you some time to finish your mouth. If I'm going too slow, feel free to, draw a second frog or a third frog or a different frog. It's all about the practice. If I'm going too fast, please let me know. I don't see anything in the chat saying to slow down. Or you can just say, can you repeat that? Or, all right, here we go. So I think we're going at a good pace. All right, so let's do this other cheek. This cheek comes from right here, it goes up. So it's really some overlapping again. But this cheek goes around that mouthpiece, and then it attaches itself to that square right in here. Well, once it hits the square, it kind of like bounces out, and we'll put a little bit of curve on it. We'll put a little bit of form, a little bit of making it solid. Coming down. I would probably do it really light in there. And then here we go. This is bottom lip. Actually, it's a little bit of the bottom lip on the right side. I want to bring it in and then out really quick. In and out, and then around. I want to keep some space for the feet. The feet are on top of this shape, so I'm not drawing them yet. There we go. Let's do the fun stuff. Let's finish the face. I usually, detail goes last. But the tongue is here. You can see it. It's going to be like this circle shape right in there. There is a little bit of push and pull, but it really is just a circle shape there. We push it a little bit because it's like clay. These shapes are like clay. So you push it in. You see that little push in, and then go around that circle shape. There we go. See that circle shape, that tongue. So all it was is that circle. And then, boom, there it is. There's the tongue. Get that little crease on there for the tongue. Rivet. There we go. Let's do the legs. Oh, frog legs. Oh, we got the eyebrows up there still too. All right, so these legs down here, triangular, it comes down like this, and then it goes out. And actually, you can probably add this 3 circles. So it's on this. There's 1 circle, 2 circles, 3 circles like that in that space, and then you're just going around it. You're just going around. So watch. You're making it a compound kind of shape because we're actually putting these shapes together here and going around it, going up, around, and then back. There we go. There's one foot, one frog foot. Rivet. There's one. The next one, do the same. The angles, interesting. The angle actually goes out a little bit, huh? This toe actually goes out. I'm noticing it now. This one goes out this way. I didn't do that, but that's okay. But it's good to notice it and then like, oh, okay, watch those angles. And it's just beginning drawing too. We're sometimes we're gonna miss some stuff. If we really want to shoot for accuracy, it's a whole other ball game. This is just for fun. Sometimes it does. Fractions of an inch make a difference. All right, so there's another frog leg. We're going to attach all these little parts. Actually kind of overlaps a little bit this way. And it does come out at an angle a little bit more this way. Oh, I closed it. I made a mistake. It's all right. I can add some white out if I really wanted to. That's not a big deal because it's open, it's attached. When kids are learning to draw, they actually attach their arms. They do this kind of thing like that. They do it in parts. But when they get a little more, I think, I can't remember where I saw it, in levels of drawing, they actually attach the arms like this, like that. That's when you see like a whole other like level. All right, here we go. We're attaching. There's the front legs. We got the back legs now. Let's start with the left one and then we'll go to the right. So the left leg, it is here. There is a little bit of a pull here. It's not a total oval. There's just a little bit of a squeeze, but if you get the oval, that's really good. It's a little bit of a pinch, just really slight pinch right there. Just a slight pinch on this. If you get it, if you don't get it, it's okay. All right. And then this little crease of the leg, that fold. So we want to get that like that. There we go. Kind of curving out that way. A little bit below, or actually pretty close to the center. Now let's do these toes. They come out. See, I sketched that in. There's 3 of them. We'll do the one that's closer to us first here, and then comes in like that. And you can see it just fits in there. It fits like a little puzzle. There we go. Happy clouds. I sometimes channel Bob Ross. Happy toes. There you go. There's 1 toe. 2 toes. Got the cheese toes, Cheetos. All right, there's 2 toes. And that looks like the letter E right in there. And then we're going to go with 1 more, the last toe. It's going to attach and then jump over and around. There we go. Back over. There it is. All right, we're almost there. 7:18. We're doing good time and having a good time here. We've got 39 people. Welcome. Welcome, Sketchbook Heroes. Oh, that would be 38. I'm one of them. So it's 39 altogether. That's including myself. All right, let's do the other leg. All right, so again, there's a little bit of a pinch right where this knee is. It's very slight. But if you get this oval like that, if you put a little bit of a pinch, like almost like you're pulling it right there, that's good if you can get it. If you can't, that's all right. It's always next time. There's always the next drawing. You always want to look and see how you can, and then just let it go. Just let it go. You did the best you could. The more you practice, the more you progress. The more you practice, the more you progress. You just got to practice the right things. Got to know what to practice too. What are you looking for? Are you looking for ratios? Are you practicing your ratios? Practicing your angles? It's hard to practice everything at once. There's that other leg. That other foot over here. Get in there. Let's do the same thing. We're going to do the toe. We're going to do this toe that's closest to us. We're going to go right there, cut into it, and then bring it back. And then, yeah, you want to get a story. Draw more frogs. If I'm going too slow, depending on whatever level you're at, draw more frogs. And if you want to add spots to it or color it, feel free to do that, whatever level you're at. Rise to your level. And here we go. The second toe. This looks like a number 3 on this side. An E on the other side. There you go. There's like 3. Notice the overlapping. Notice the way it overlaps. These toes kind of overlap. And then the last toe. The last toe, mitosis here. We're going to go up and back to there. There we go. And attach. All right, we're almost done. Wow, this is taking a little bit longer than I thought. It's already 20 minutes. All right, let's zoom out. Let's get the details. We need the nose and the eyebrows, the nostrils. There's 2 nostrils. There's notice the angle. This is what I do. There's 2, and they're coming in at this angle here. I'm just sketching in really lightly, but this angle here, less than 45. And one is right about here. And the other one is right about there, 2 nostrils. About the size, a little bit smaller than the pupils in the eyes, just slightly smaller, but pretty close. There we go. And then we've got the eyebrows. Really cute eyebrows that are just floating off in space. They just curve like this, part of a circle. And then I think they get a little bit thicker and cut off at the tip. There we go. Almost like a comma. There we go. There's one there. This one's a little bit bigger at this angle here. With that little cornucopia. I don't know what that little shape is, like a acorn or a toenail. I don't know. All right, feel free to thicken up your lines. You can actually go in there with a marker. Actually, would be good. That's what I would do. I would go in there with a marker. Where's my markers? Oh, we got a red one. Let's see if we got a green. Oh, we got green in the house. Then you would go in there because there's a thickness in line. There we go. I don't know if it's that thick, but alrighty. If you wanted to go back in there. All right, feel free to draw more frogs or draw what's around it. Oh, maybe a girl frog. I don't know. He looks like it's like, hey, or he just had something. What's the story? What's the story? Or who knows? Whatever you want the story to be. It's actually a cute animation called the aquarium. Interesting. Prince and the Frog. All right. Let's go to our next drawing. So feel free to, I don't know if anybody, help, I forwarded the email invite you sent me to my sister. She's clicking on the same link I did that got me to the Zoom, but she gets unable to join this meeting. Host requires authorization on a commercial Zoom platform. What? I don't get that. Why would she get that? Okay. You know what? Tell her to do this. Tell her to go to sketchbookheroes.com. Marlene, I don't know if you can hear me. Let me do this because you can also do this. Let me share my screen. It's actually a good time to share my screen anyways. If I could. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go. There's our frog. All right, so if you go to sketchbookheroes.com, that takes you to this site. Now, if you click on home, and then from home, here's a sketchbook hero. This is Wrap to Draw. If you click here on this one, this link should get you to that. If you go to wraptodraw.com, that takes you straight to this page. So wrap, RAPP2, the number 2, draw.com, that'll take you to this page. You click on here and then that gets you into the Zoom, but we're already in the Zoom, so we can't launch the meeting again. So yeah, there you go. If you click on here, Thursday Zoom class, link here. So class starts promptly at 7, but we meet at 6:30 for the meet and greet. All right, so there's our frog. So hopefully that gets you in, see if that helps. She's doing that, but not getting into Zoom. Instead, she gets that message. Oh, she did this too. She's doing that. Huh. I don't know. She might be a technical problem on her side. Host requires authentication. No, I didn't. Huh.
I had to do that too, but what it did is it asked me for the email, my password that I used to connect. That's what it asked me for.
She might have to do that. Yeah, she might have to log into.
And that's why I couldn't do it on my tablet. I had to do it on my phone.
Oh. Yeah. Cindy put it in the chat. Yeah, that's the link. Yeah, that's the link that I used to. It's the same link. Yeah. Sorry, she's having trouble. All right. So yeah, we're being recorded, so it'll be there tonight. I mean, by Sunday. I'm getting them up by Sunday. So they'll be up on Sunday on our website. If you go to sketchbookhero.com, it will be on sketchbookhero.com. It'll be right here on this area, latest videos. So I'll move this one over and I'll put in more videos here. And then here, I'll start my course. So here, we'll have a step-by-step course that you'll go through. You want to praise the process, be happy with your work. You're just not always satisfied, just like, oh, okay. You want to be satisfied. I don't know. It's an interesting kind of conundrum. You should be happy. That's what it is. You should be happy with your work. That's what it says. Happy with your work. It's just that, like, hey, how can I improve? How can I make it better? Like, hey, be happy with where you're at. It's about the journey. It really is. It's the journey. All right. So we got one frog here. And then we got SpongeBob. So we're gonna be doing SpongeBob next. I'm gonna simplify him a bit because he is a little difficult. I don't know. There's another SpongeBob drawing of him. That's where he's actually, well, I don't know. Let's just go for it, I guess. Let's go for it. There's angles here. So let's break it down. Let's break it down. We are beginner night tonight. Next week, we will be doing advanced. So if everybody's still welcome, but we won't be doing cartoons. We'll be doing stuff that's a little more challenging. Here is our perfect square.
Oh, something.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I actually drew something. I mean, I've always done art, but I've never drawn before really at all.
Congratulations.
And I actually drew something.
Want to share? Or?
I can, I guess. It's not great, but I mean, you can tell it's a frog.
All right. Okay, so
Let's see if I can.
after we do the SpongeBob, we'll have everybody share, or whoever would like to share.
Oh, here.
Oh yeah, I see it. Awesome. Let me.
You know how you do the SpongeBob laugh?
Yeah, we're gonna do the SpongeBob next. Yeah.
Like I said,
All right, Cheryl. Yeah.
it's my first attempt at trying to draw anything.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, it's all shapes and it's all puzzles. And the more you practice, just like, you start off with the small puzzles and then you get into the harder ones. This one is a little bit tougher because there's angles to it. But you can see the square here, that the head is pretty much a square. And then we go off from there. The body is probably a quarter of the square. So if we get another square in there, let's see if we get another square. This is a quarter right there. That's about a fourth of that size. And that's where we're getting into proportions, seeing the side, how these shapes compare. So that would be like the half. And then here you can see that's like a quarter shape. So we got the square there, quarter shape. If we can still get that down here, it's a little bit more than that for the legs, right? So we're looking at these proportions. Don't look at all the detail stuff. We're looking at these big shapes, even this triangle shape coming out here, these angles, looking at these shapes and how this kind of curves in. And then the hand comes out, and the hand is just a circle. The hand, you want to see the circle shape. Don't look at all the detail. Don't get lost in all this detail. This one's going to be a little bit tougher than the frog, but you can do this. It's just a circle right there. See that circle? And then that shape coming out right there. And you can see these two angles. The angles for the arm, one angle coming here, and then another angle there. And there's little curves. It's not a big deal, but it's mostly the angles that you're looking for, right? There's little curves. This angle here, this angle there, this angle here, right? And then there's all these little waves, right? The little waves. Now the hard part, yeah, there's the eyes and the face. So let's take a look. Let's see. Let's break this down. So here's our square. You see the middle right here, the axis line. So if we get that axis line right there, right in there, put it right there. You can see the eyes resting right on that middle, right on the middle, right? And there's a little bit of overlapping. And then we've got another square right in there for the mouth. So you can see the square right in there. There's kind of like a square shape right in there. All right. And then all these, the nose and all this other stuff. All right. So that goes on top. Righty. I think so. And watch the spacing. Watch the spacing in here. See, notice the spacing. Sometimes people get the eyes too big, too small. And that's proportions. That's proportions. There we go. That's proportions is how big something is compared to something else. You don't want to blow things out of proportion. All right, I think we're ready to break and draw this one. Let's go with it. This one. There's usually another SpongeBob that I usually draw first. Let's see. I'll put the link in the chat. Let me just do a quick search for SpongeBob. Spooky Blue. SquarePants. Where is it? Look at that. There it is. Let's go here. Patrick. You see, this one's got a front view. This one's another front view too. That one's actually, see, it's a square. And the angle is a face. Really interesting face in there.
Yeah.
This one too. There we go. These are probably a little simpler. Well, there's thickness to these lines. All right, well, let's just go with it. Here we go. Let's copy that, copy and put it in the chat. I have my baby to attend to. All right. Ooh, bounce right back in a while. All right. Congrats, Cheryl. All right. Oh no, somebody put it in the chat. Kelly.
Oh.
Saying,
Thank you. I'm missing it. I'm not paying attention.
I know on your frog. All right, so there's the SpongeBob, and I think we're ready to rock and roll. We got 40 people here tonight now. Myself, I think hopefully whoever was trying to get in got in. All right, so we just finished our frog. Let's stop sharing here. We're gonna do SpongeBob. Now you do have to remember, you can do them on the same page. Now here we're gonna go on a different page. We have our square. So we're starting off with our square. We do have to have some space for the feet. So make sure you have some space for the feet. I didn't really notice. Let me just really quickly with my hand measure. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more than half. I saw the square and I actually measured it, went like this, and then I went to here, and it's going to be a little bit more than half for the feet and the pants. So the pants and the feet. Yeah, I'm using that square. Yeah, just a little bit more. So yeah, I just saw it right now. All right, so we're gonna go with that square. Draw the square and lightly. It's almost like getting a piece of clay. Your angles horizontal and vertical, straight up and down, straight across. Simple. All right, and then we're gonna get our axis line right in the center. Eyeball that one right in the middle, breaking that square in half. And then yeah, we've got that triangle that's going to be over here, and then the pants that are going to be right about here. It's a fourth, and then all this other stuff. And then the circle, this other circle that's going to be right off that. It's almost even resting if this line were to continue, resting on that same line. Looking for relationships, look for those relationships. You know, it's almost, yeah, relationships. It's kind of like proportions. There's a relationship. Same thing with the height and the width. The ratios, that's a relationship. All right, let's get in there. We're gonna get in there with the eye. We're gonna rest it right on top of this center, right in here. See how big that's that. Make sure you don't go all the way too high, too big. It has to kind of go right about in there, right about there, and then kind of get that to fit. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Now, there's things that are gonna be on top of it. So if you sketch it lightly, that would be best, because we have the cheek that goes over it. There's a lot of overlapping stuff. The nose overlaps the other eye. So we're drawing this eye first there. And then we're drawing the other eye, the second eye. I'll give you a second to draw it. Let me zoom in. All right, so there's one eye. And then we've got the other eye. Now they're a little bit on the oval side, but I'm just going circle, trying to simplify. Slightly oval. All right, so a little bit of overlapping. Get that other eye, try to get it to be the same height. Same width, a little bit of overlapping. The nose is going to go over this as well, but I'm going to draw it in just for now. Sketch it in lightly, sketch it in lightly. We're just putting stuff on under, putting stuff on top. Overlapping. It's how artists create space, the O in pods. Placement, overlapping, detail, and size. Pods, space pods. All right, so notice how those eyes fit in there. Two eyes. Let's get the nose. The nose kind of, I'll give you a second. There we go. Have you done a German Shepherd yet? Oh, Meadow. Oh, no, we have not done a German Shepherd. If you are around, let me see. We've got, we're going to be doing, an ostrich next, and then tell you what, we'll do the German Shepherd after that. I think a simple one. Let's see if I can find one. I like when, let's see, German Shepherd, simple. German words. Shepherd, tattoo, drawing. There we go. Ah, there we go. Yeah, German Shepherds are not that simple. I like this one. Oh, we'll see. Oh, I like this one actually. We'll see. We're trying to keep it simple at first. So, all right, let's finish up SpongeBob. All right, so the nose goes over this eye. Notice where it is. So every time I see a circle, I think of it as a clock. We got 6 o'clock right there. And over here, like around 7, right in here, the nose goes up, right in there, overlapping, goes over that, and then comes back down. So what's happening with the nose, it goes pretty straight, and then the bottom nose, it has a little bit more of a curve, than the top of the nose. The top of the nose a little straighter, and the bottom kind of curves a little bit more. And notice the thickness of it. I mean, that thickness, I don't know how to break it down. That's just experience. So it's probably like a fourth of the width of an eye. And this is, this is what makes this drawing a little more advanced. So if I break this eye down in half, and then half of that, it's probably a little bit wider than a fourth of this eye width. All right, so there's that nose. Bring this eye here. This kind of almost comes out at a triangle. The mouth now underneath actually would come here and then out like a little triangle, and then in and up. Actually, why don't we do this cheek on this other side? So there's this cheek overlapping. It's like an oval shape right there, but you don't draw all the oval shape. And that oval shape actually has a little bit more of an angle. It's all good. I'm just keeping it simple. And then put that cheek right over it like that. That part. That's the part we need. See that part. All right. Now we're going to push into that cheek. We're going to push into that cheek with this. A little bit of a, like that. And then here, it's going to go straight and attach itself to that. All right, let's zoom in a little bit, so you can see what I'm talking about. Zoom in a little bit more. There we go. So here we go. We're going to go there. We're going to come down. And almost like you're coming in for a landing, and straight right in there. There we go. That's it. Oh, SpongeBob. Who said that? It's me, Patrick. Gosh, silly cartoons. Yeah, that's actually, that's one of my favorite episodes, where somebody calls in the to the Krusty Krab where he works, and Patrick's answering the phones. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. All right. Silliness. All right, so a little bit of overlapping with some teeth as well. Let's get the mouth and the teeth go over it. So let's try to just get the mouth to fit first. The mouth is going to be like right in here, right in there, because this is like the most important part. There's the mouth, about that shape right in there, and then the teeth go on top of that. Now you want to make the teeth, make sure you watch out for tangents. There's going to be a tangent right here. So there's a little bit of overlapping. You want to get that overlapping. You don't want to put it right on that line that's right there. Because once you have the mouth, then this tooth goes right here. It's like a square shape, really close to a square shape. One square there. And then another square over here. There we go. Yeah, I do voices. A little bit. All right. Not exactly square. I can probably make it a little bit bigger. Go. Making it thicker, making this one smaller. Yeah, I can't do Patrick's voice. Or SpongeBob, I mean. Patrick's easy. Easier anyways. All right, so let's put a little bit of, there's a little bit more of a curve on this side of the mouth, a little bit more of a curve, and this side's a little straighter, just slightly. If you get it, great. If you don't, that's okay. It's, you know, it's a little bit more of a, like a hook. All right, there we go. Let's get that tongue in there. All right, the tongue is just two oval shapes. There's one here and then another one like behind it like that. See, like that. And you don't draw the whole thing. It's just this little inference and then this other little part. There we go. All right. All right, let's do the pupils and then the rest is we got it made. All right, so if we break the eyes into fourths, here's the fourth, use the fourths. Use the fourths, break it into fourths. The eye is on this half. It overlaps a little bit. It's right about there. You got to see how big it is. And there's two parts. There's the iris and then there's the pupil inside it. So you want to get that shape there, right in there. Again, notice how I broke it into fourths. Notice how it's on this side of that fourth, of that half, actually, if we break it into halves. And then eventually you don't have to do these guidelines. At first, when you're first drawing, you know, do the guidelines, it helps you. And then you afterwards, you don't have to use them. You can just eyeball it, eyeball the eyeball. There we go. We're gonna do the pupil inside, circle inside a circle. There we go. There we go. There's one down. And the other one is on the left side. So if we find the center and the center axis line again, then it's there's the middle. You can see that middle line. It's on the left of that, just slightly left. Try to get it to be the same size. There we go. There's the eye. Here's the pupil. And you can practice your shading or not. You can shade. This is the icing on the cake. Just a little bit of a shade right in there. Get that. Or if you got colors, color the pupil in blue. Actually the iris, blue iris under the sea. There he is, SpongeBob. All right, let's get the eyelashes in there. The center one first, because it's right in the middle, little square. These thick eyelashes, he only's got 3 eyelashes. That one, 2, 3 on each eye. It helps by getting the center one. You see that center one? Oh. And then doing the 2 on the sides. 1, 2. There's one eye down. And then get the other eyes. 1, 2. All right, so yeah, we will be shortening our days. I don't know, usually, I don't know, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. I was going to go to 2 nights. I think we still are for a little bit. I don't know, see, I know we're going to advance next week. So you are welcome to come by. We are doing intermediate to advanced next week. This is beginning to intermediate, and this drawing here is kind of on the intermediate side, beginning to intermediate, more on the intermediate, because we're breaking it down, and we've got the shapes. All right, and we're starting to get to angles here. We're starting to get form. This is a box. It's a cube. All right, so we've got our square. We're going to add a little bit of, let's hopefully give you some time if you want to add the freckles. I usually add the details last, but that's it with the face. There's 3 little freckles here, like 3 little stars. And if you want to do some shading, a little bit of a quick shade while people are catching up. There we go. Anything in the chat? Zoom out a little. I'm sure I'll zoom out a little bit. Squidward. There it is. Zoom out. There we go. I'll zoom out more. See, try to get all the relationships. Let's see. So we've got this angle here. This is going to come in as well. There we go. And these angles for the pants are pretty straight, except for the bottom. The bottom actually goes up. So this is the side that's actually closest to us, technically, if we're looking at a cube. This whole side right here is closest to us. And then it goes back into space, this little angle there. And then pants are square. Square pants. Actually, rectangular or block. All right, so it comes in a little bit. let's see. Actually, this is a little bit, comes in a little bit more. I'm gonna actually readjust. I'm looking at my negative space, the space that's like right in here. And that's where Betty Edwards has some exercises for that. We just draw for fun. We really don't have exercises. I will point out the exercises. I'll have all that. We're just drawing. But those exercises do help. Symmetrical drawing, blind contour drawing, all these exercises, they will be coming. I just want to practice. All right, so bringing it in a lot. See all this right here, the square part was just to help get to here, to get that. Now we can add this. And I'm not worried too much about the little ins and outs, the little dents, little curves. If you want to get some of the curves, they're really easy to just put in. Well, I say it's easy. Everything's easy if you know how. Flying a plane is easy if you know how. If you don't, even just tying your shoes is hard if you don't know how. And that's the thing with learning, you know, you forget that it's a little bit of there's a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of a challenge figuring it out. Then you learn it and it's like breathing. You don't even think about it. You just do it. It's like blinking. It becomes automatic, automaticity. That's why you want to focus on ratios and just focus on ratios, see the ratios, and then it just becomes automatic. You just do it. You don't think about it. It becomes automatic. You build that habit. And it's like you're doing things like you don't even think about. It's like when you end up in a room, you don't know why you're in there. It's like, hey, why did I come here? I call it getting thrown off the horse. It's like, wait a minute. I have too many episodes of those. I need to make sure I'm getting my sleep. All right, so I'm just putting these little curves on the top of the head. Little curves here. Doesn't go straight to that corner, just goes back and forth. Kind of notice the curves. If you get them, great. If you don't, that's all right. I'm not describing them. I'm just doing them. Same thing here. I kind of got this angle down. Just do my play-by-play here. There's like three little curves, three little piggies. The week before we did little piggies. And then this angle coming down. All right. So before I get further off in the angles, let's get these hands in here, this arm. All right, because it's overlapping. This goes in front. So it's basically half an oval. And there's a little bit of a curve on the bottom of it. Notice how it fits in there. Might be a little bit higher because there's an angle here. Yeah, it might be a little bit higher. There we go. That, and then there's a curve at the bottom. And this is form. This is actually, let's get our clay out. Here's our clay. It's almost there already. See, it's a simple form. If you get a sphere, roll it into a ball and then squeeze it just a little bit, you get that shape. And then all it is, that bottom is just cut off. So if we get our blade, and then actually probably make it a little bit thinner. There we go. See, so get the proportions right. And then we cut it off. Nice little slice. And it's a circle on the bottom. See, it's a circle. And there it is. That's what that shape is right there. That's form. That's the next level. So it's really just like a sphere that's squeezed and then cut. And it's that angle, that curve. That's that form for that arm. And then you get the little arm coming down. Oh, let's see where it goes to. Oh, it goes below the pants. I think we might have to bring down the pants a little bit more. Let's see, make it a little more square, I think. Well, the hand is going to go right about there, and I can block it in. You want to block it in, see it, it's going to be right in there. See that circle shape? This other hand is a little bit bigger. I might have to bring it in a little bit more, but it does rest on that line there. A little bit smaller, bring it in. And I'm seeing where kind of they go. By doing this, I'm getting the placement. See, I'm getting the proportions and the placement. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm not focusing on the detail. I'm focusing on the placement and the proportions, how big it is and where it goes. All right. So make sure you're focusing on that. You're checking where that is. And you can do that several ways. You can see, like, even triangulate from this corner to here, this corner to there, this corner here to also see this angle here, this angle there. You can almost triangulate to get there. Right, and then there's the finger that kind of sticks out right in there, like an apple. All right, let's continue with the left hand. Put that in there. A lot of little details. Here we go. It does go forward a little bit. I think I have mine going back. Not a big deal. A big deal. Here we go. Here's the palm. Let's see. Oh, these are similar to the frog feet. Yeah, you're going to find yourself seeing things like, oh, I've drawn this, something like this before. Right. And the frog feet is what kind of reminds me of right here. Here's the thumb. The thumb. And if we break this hand down, really, I mean, I broke that down. The hand really is another oval. And then on top of that oval is that thumb that goes in there like that. See this shape here. But you don't see all the shape, you just see the whole outline of it. But you want to see that form. Make it solid. You want to make a solid drawing. And then these fingers curve. These fingers curve here. So this curve like this. There's the index finger, middle finger, and the pinky, whatever it is. Yeah, the pinky. They don't have a ring finger. Just 3 fingers and a thumb. All right, so something like that. Here we go. Let's put it in. The one that's closest to us first, a little bit of a curve, bring it back. There's one. There's the other one, 2, and then 3. Here it is. Voila. One hand down. I used to, it's one of the things, because hands are tough. Hands are not easy. I remember having a hard time with hands. And then hiding them and doing all that stuff. But, you know, you can't draw hands until you practice them. Right, and anything you got to practice. Well, if you know you're struggling with something, you want to become anti-fragile. There's a whole book on it. Look it up. If you have trouble with something, hey, I'm having trouble with hands. You know you're having trouble with something. If you know it, then you just got to practice it. You want to draw. You want to get better, especially if you want to get better at it. You know you're having trouble with eyes. You want to practice drawing eyes. Somebody that drew 100 eyes. There's an artist out there. Yeah, 100 eyes. Look that up. 100 eyes, 100 faces. You know, they just practice with it, you know, to get better. All right, so notice these angles going up, this angle going up, this angle going down, this side going up, everything on this side kind of going back up at this angle, right? Kind of like an angle there, like that. We got the shirt, I guess. That's the shirt. Kind of comes in, a little bit of, you know, see here, you don't have to draw a straight line. I can't draw a straight line good. That's actually good. You get a little wavy line in it. All right, so let's put the tie in there first because there's overlapping. Let's get that tie in there before I get the shirt and all the other parts. So this is this tie here, right in the center, right in the middle of the mouth. Half a circle. And then we're going to do triangles. One triangle out. And then triangle in, diamond shape actually. Diamond is just 2 triangles. Shine bright like a diamond. There we go. All right, we got 39 people hanging out. You know what would be fun to draw? A little bit of a large complex picture every week so that eventually we have a finished picture to amaze our friends and confound our enemies. Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah. Well, find one and we can do it for the advanced class. I mean, that's more advanced. Even if we spent 2 hours on it, 2 hours on one drawing, it's doable. It's doable, but I wouldn't do it for a beginning class. I wouldn't do it for beginners. The whole point of, we've been doing this for a year now, is to help the beginners, help more people get into drawing, not become intimidated by it, become a hero, take on challenges. Right.
But over the course of several weeks, you could do a whole SpongeBob seascape.
Yeah. One character at a time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yep, we could. Well, we'll see. Good idea. All right, we're gonna put in the collar now. Collars are just triangles as well. Triangles, so we'll get little triangles in here, one angle here, and then the other angle there. It's like a V. There we go, letter V. One there, and then one on the other side. There's our collar. There it is. Easy as that. All right, let's get that shirt in there. I think I might be cutting it a little close. I might have to bring it down a little bit more. Got to make these little adjustments. That's why. Yeah, here we go. Bring it down. Bring this down. Right in there. A little bit of overlapping with that shirt. And then there's the pants. Then he's got a belt. Let's to the bottom of his pants. This is where it should be square. All right, we'll take a break after this. Share. If you'd like to share, you don't have to share. But it's good to, you know, sometimes it helps me see where I kind of could have described stuff a little better. And here I'm doing some shading. It's good practice, but don't worry about shading on your journey when you're first learning. Shading comes with time. And if you have time to practice, you can do it in there. Little belt. Now there's perspective, this angle here, this little belt. The sides go straight up and down, but there's angle of it going back. And then here's another one. This side's square. This side's facing us. So this side's square right here, or rectangular. And then another one under the tie. And then another one on this other. I wonder what note that was. Then another one on this side like that. Feel free to throw stuff in the chat. I hopefully try to capture it. If I don't, just like that suggestion. Yeah. Yeah, that would definitely be, because, you know, when you're first learning, having that patience and that persistence for longer drawings does, you know, I don't want to lose people. It would be for advanced people. And then people who can't make it one week won't make it another. They might miss part of the drawing, which I guess is possible. We can do a whole theme for the month, I guess. All right, there's the pants. Now the little things are just like little ovals in here. I can see the ovals, especially this side. This one is like a little oval. It's going to be right in there, but we pull it out a little bit more. There's a little bit of a pull, and then curve, and then that curve. On this side, you can definitely see the pull or a little bit of side pants or shorts. They would be like shorts. SpongeBob Square shorts. No, doesn't have that eloquence. Doesn't have that je ne sais quoi. No, I don't know. I think we lost some advanced people. Hey, beginners, but it's all good. There we go. Yelena. Let's see her here tonight. All right, let's do these feet. All right, let's what kind of feet we got here. So I can see how it's just really quickly sketch something in here. I can see they're gonna have something right about here. I can see it as one big shape. One big shape. That one big shape really helps. Just kind of block it in. Block it in right there. See? Because then we can start breaking it down from there. See, there's two big ovals right there. That kind of helps. And then we can break that down into smaller. There's one circle. And then another one next to it, like a number 8 on its side, or the infinity sign. Same thing again, one circle, and then another circle. There we go. That's it. Now let's all put it all together, construct it. We're constructing it with shapes. And then we're going to do form. Actually, we touched upon form a little bit. Definitely intermediate. Form is tough. I've had students make the forms out of clay, and it's interesting how some people struggle seeing space, seeing form. So I mean, if you don't play with it, don't do stuff, then that's where your struggle is going to be. That's where your hard part's going to be. Shapes are flat, but then the next level is getting that depth, getting that mass. Like this is a block because of the angles, right? It comes back in space. All right, there's one leg. He's got cute socks, blue and red. I think I had some of those socks growing up. All right, so here's the other foot. I'm kind of trying to match it to the first one. I'm not worried about, I'm going to add the shoes right now. This one, I'm trying to see, this is probably a little bit lower, slightly. The one on the left, it's pretty square. Pretty much on the same. Let me put that sock in there. Put a sock in it. I don't have color. I'll just put that. Two little stripes. A little bit below the center. There's a little bit of a curve. Oh no, there's not. That's straight across. There would be a little bit of a curve. Actually, there should be a little bit of a curve because of perspective and form. There would be a little bit of a curve. All right. All right, we have the feet practically constructed, then the hand, and then we'll be done. Then we'll take a break. All right, so the feet, the shoe, here we go. It's one circle attached to another circle. And then it's got the heel right here. It's just almost like a little rectangle. Watch this angle, this here angle. It's there's a little bit of an angle there. If I were to do that, kind of like that, and then there's this angle that kind of goes back like that. There we go. See that square, that angle going back. It's all about the angles. And then there's a highlight right in here because it's shiny right there. That's highlight. Then everything else just kind of shaded in. Good practice for shading. Shaded in. I'm using a pen, ballpoint pen here. And then we do exactly the same thing for the other foot. Right? We got the circle already. Good size. We got the other foot, another circle. Good size. Maybe put a little more crease in it. Bring it down the center a little bit. Highlight. Highlight of the week. Somebody said once, oh, this class is the highlight of my week. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to do the heel. Again, you got your two lines that are vertical. These lines are straight up and down. And this bottom line here, the way it connects, there's a slight angle and actually a little bit of a curve. It should kind of, a little bit of a curve down. And then it cuts back up. And if we need to bring the circle down, we can bring it down a little bit more. See how I add to it. Just kind of like adding a little piece of clay. Shade it in. No erasing. But if you need to erase, that's okay. But you really want to practice your drawing, sketching. Because we actually, you should practice your sketching, not your drawing. This is more of a drawing, finished drawing. You got to practice the sketching, get all the bad drawings out. And shading. I'm gonna shade real quick with pants. Shade, just put a little bit of shade. Throw in some shade in there on the tie. Tie red. All right. Let's get that other arm and we're done. Oh, we got the spots. All right, let's do the other arm. I'm going to start off with the hand. Should we zoom in? Now let's zoom in. All right, so we've got a circle and a finger. There's that circle and the finger, and I got my placement. It's not too far out, not too far in. It's about one hand space, or actually probably, yeah, it's about one hand space away. It's all good. All right, so I'm going to go with the thumb first. This thumb is kind of like here at this angle, kind of like this J. And it's, if you notice the angle, like that, and then it cuts off, kind of cuts down, and then attaches, there we go, attaches itself to the arm, which is 2 angles. Remember when we drew on top, there's 1 angle here, and then an angle in. Oh, I think I might be doing it off a little bit. That's okay. Oh yeah, I'm squeezing it out. My arm is going to be a little bit too short in there. That's okay. Let's do the other arm, should come out and then up. And then the back part. And it's coming out as the same shape. The shape now is facing that way, like that. And then the arm is kind of like this pencil. Put the pencil right inside like that. That's what's happening. Like that. That's that shape. See, that's right in there. That's what's happening right there. Notice that little curve. That's why understanding form, drawing the forms. What are the forms? There's 5 basic forms. That would be your homework. See, that's your homework. You got to practice. And not just once, you got the forms change. That's where that video is going to come in. There's going to be must watch videos. All right, let's do this. That would be the thumb. And then this is the pinky. This is the pinky here. This pinky, it's pretty thick pinky. It's going up in this direction. Notice the direction of the shape. It's kind of going up. Then it comes down. Then it attaches, something like that. Almost done here. We're almost done. Hang in there, hang in there. 808, we're, confound our enemies. Demi like that. Yes. How did you do that? I won't share my secrets. Sketchbook hero, how did you do that? It's all in the how. It's all in the process. It's all in the steps. First you crawl, then you walk, then you run, then you fly. All right. So the thing is, people want to fly. Oh, I want to fly. But yeah, you got to crawl first. You got to walk. You got to pay your dues to sing the blues. Everybody wants to draw. Like when I see the works, everybody's suggesting, all right, we'll do that. But like this one, yeah, even this one is not like beginner. But we're getting it. All right, just about there. There I just added that finger there. And then now this pointer finger. A little bit of a curve. A little bit sticking out. Just a little bit of a curve to it. Sticking it out more. I think I made it too big. I'm looking at my height. Yeah, it's a little bit big. It's off. Something's wrong. It's all good. Nobody's gonna tell. I can tell. Yeah, the hand got a little bigger. Maybe I can make it smaller. Yeah, oh well. Shade around it. Don't have any eraser, I can just shade around it. It's all good. Like he's doing some kind of magic. I don't know. All right, all we need is the spots, and that's it. All right, so I'm going to really quickly do the spots. There's a little bit of an oval here. There's an oval there. So yeah, an oval there. There's another oval here. More ovals, please. More oval team. The next one is a little bit smaller, and they're kind of shaded lightly. They're not really dark. There's a little one here, and then another one there, shading it in. And then there's 2 more, one right there, circle, and another one. All right, let's call this drawing. And feel free to, if you'd like to share. All right, let's get, there's 4 more circles on the side of the head. A big one up here, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't have to be exact. If you want to try to shoot for exact, you can. 4. I'm just throwing them in there, getting the feel of it. There it is, 4. Oh, he did it off screen. Hilarious. That's what they call me, Hilario. Hilario. Hey, Hilario. All right. Yeah, there it is. All right. If you want to throw in a quick frog, look at circle, 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 and then a little eyeball here, another little eyeball, a little bit of a, and then we're going to do, let's see, a little bit of a lip. I'm having them face the opposite way. Yeah, it's good to practice what you draw. And this is where you really get into imagination, because then you can actually start changing them. You can change your frog if you want to add like a different shape to them. Play with the shapes, play with the shapes. So here we go. Here's the two arms in the front, trying to draw from memory. And that's becomes part of your, I'm adding eyelids. I know these eyelids aren't on the other one. They do have eyebrows in them, like little eyebrows. Like, SpongeBob. Then he had his tongue. and the little round feet. I'm just gonna put little paws. And then two legs that are folded like that. There's one there, one there. I'm actually gonna add triangular feet, make it quick and dirty. A little sketch. There, see? Quick frog. Ta-da. And this is where story starts coming in. Put a little fly. Oh, where's the fly? That's fly. I should have had him looking over here. A little fly here. There's the fly, the little wings. A little bit of, there we go. Story. All right, we're done. Woo-hoo. We're done with the beginners. This is kind of intermediate. Thank you for joining us. We will, SpongeBob wears a hat. Does he? No, I don't think he does. We will be drawing, let's see, we're going to be drawing this next. And then that, we'll take on these challenges. Oh, yeah, that one. I think that we'll end the night on that one. Somebody requests, oh, yeah, that's right. Ooh, I kind of like this one. Someone, German Shepherd. Is our German Shepherd person here? Well, probably. Well, 35, we lost 4 of you. Meadow's here. She's hanging out, or he. We will draw. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, so here we go. I like this one. Well, let me share my screen. I don't know if let's share drawings. If you want to take a break while we share drawings, let's see what we can share, and then we'll see what we draw next. We have a German Shepherd. We have a girl from yeah, she's Edna from Incredibles. We got a floating sky. Yeah, we'll see what we do. All right. Let's see. Anybody like to share? All right. No, that's okay. Usually raise your hand. Ryan's got something showing here. Let's see. Let's spotlight you. There you go. There's your frog. What does it say? Oh, I don't think this frog thing is from Earth. Ribbit. Planet Earth. That's great. Thank you for sharing. All right, let's go with Cindy. Cindy, here we go. What you got?
I had a blast with this. When my daughter was 11, we were at the mall. The toy store had a whole big display of SpongeBob. And I embarrassed the bejeebers out of her by asking her if she would like a sponge job.
Oh.
So it's a family joke that with sponge job. And since then we have collected every SpongeBob item that's ever been sold. So
Wow.
This was fun. So here's my SpongeBob.
Yeah,
And I had loads of fun doing this.
Oh,
she's 33 now. I just sent her a picture. And here's my frog.
Fantastic.
So this was it's fun. Thanks for everybody.
Oh, thank you. And then somebody else, I think somebody said that their frog was from outer space, but you know what? Don't be so hard on yourselves. You're learning. So I don't know. That's the whole thing. People are sometimes we're too hard on ourselves, or people, you know, that's why they don't like sharing. It's okay. It's okay. You know, don't, I don't know. It's good to be kind of a little bit hard, but not too hard. Thank you for sharing. Let's go with Enoch. Enoch in the house. Let's go with, see what you got. Let's take a look. Where'd you go? Enoch, you disappeared on me. I spotlighted you and then you're gone. I don't see you. Enoch, where'd you go? Oh, there it is. I see you, but your video is out. I see your name and your hand up. We're gonna go with Joshua then. Joshua's there. There you go. Joshua, you gonna share? Josh, what you got? See your frog. See your SpongeBob.
I'll let anyone do it themselves.
Oh, okay, Carmen. Oh, there's Enoch. Let's go, Enoch. Carmen doesn't have her video. There we go. Well, every time I highlight you, you disappear. Okay, we're gonna go. Oh, Carmen. There you go.
Sorry, it keeps.
All right, there we go.
Okay,
There we go.
frog.
All right, sweet.
And
Oh, yes. Wow, you look like you traced those.
I'll do it for hand.
That's good. All right. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. First timer. Let's go, Enoch. Let's go. Oh, there we go. What you got? Let's see. Enoch, you keep disappearing on me. Enoch, what's going on?
Something wrong with the internet over here.
All right. Okay. Are you going to try one more time? All right, we're going to go with Cheryl then. Cheryl, let's see what you got. Let's take a look. All right.
How do I do this?
Just put, yeah.
How do I do this the other way?
Oh, I don't know. You can turn your camera around.
Wait a minute, I gotta turn it around.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, there you go. There you
SpongeBob.
go. Super cool.
I gotta clean it up.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. That's all. It's just a sketch. It's just we just sketch and then
And there's my frog.
there's your frog. Very nice. Super cool. Oh, it looks like you got some crafting going on. That's very nice.
Oh, I do a lot of art, just not drawing at all.
This will help. This will help. Seeing the shape, seeing the spacing, kind of helps. But it's all good. All right. Thank you for sharing. All right, Josh, did you want to share or let's see who else we got? Carmen.
Hey, ready?
Ready? All right. There we go. There we go.
Here's
Priyanka
my,
back from her world tour. There's your frog. Ah, you made him a print.
Oh, brown.
Very creative. See, that's where the imagination comes in. You start adding stuff.
yeah, it's on fairy tales.
Super cool.
Yes, sir.
That's what I
SpongeBob.
like seeing. There you go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Awesome. All right, Josh. Thank you for sharing. All right. I don't know if Carmen's there or Priyanka, whoever does their video first. I know Kelly's ready to roll, but Carmen and Priyanka's got their hands up first. Priyanka, there you go. Let's go with you. All right. Hey, world traveler.
Oh,
Good to
yeah.
see
I tried on my iPad today. I don't know if it's,
you. Yeah, you sure did. Then we got it.
yeah.
Which program are you using?
This is Sketchbook.
Oh, Sketchbook. Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And the frog.
Christine says nice shoes. There he is. I like the gestures of his eyebrows. All right. All right. Thank you for sharing. Good to see the
Thank
chat.
you.
Let's go with let's see, Carmen. No.
Oh, I already shared.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I'm go with Callie then. Let me turn your hand
You
up.
don't need to see me again.
All right, Callie, you're in the spotlight. What you got? There he is. Ah, you put lipstick. Sweet. Now that's where you get the second frog. And that'd be cool. And let's see. Ah, there's SpongeBob. Look at him, disco dancing. Oh, it'd be cool to put like a disco suit on him. Staying alive. Sweet. Very nice. Thank you for sharing. All right. Cheryl. Cheryl Ken. Let's see what you got. Let's see. All right.
I already shared.
Okay, sorry. All right, I think that's it then. I don't see any other hands. All right. I don't know if I see some videos. Springer, I don't know if you'd like to share. If not, let's get to drawing. Let's get to drawing. Yes, that's free. Yes. What are her pronouns? Yeah, I don't know. I believe Sketchbook is a free program. Yeah, I think, yeah, Sketchbook is a free program. It was by Autodesk, but then I don't know, they disowned it. They're not backing it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So let's go to our next drawing. Our next drawing, actually, we're going to do this one. We've also got the where's that dog at? Oh, here's a dog. All right. So this one's not going to take as long as the, but it's got nice texture on it. It's got nice texture. It is 8:21. So if you leave us, that's okay. We got 30 people here. Got to go. All right, Josh. Thanks for joining us. All right. Yeah, if you got to go, you got to go. That's okay. You know, we're here already. It's an hour and we started at 6:30, 7:30. Yeah. All right. It's already going to be 8:30. That's 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours of drawing here. Wow. Can you believe that? All right. It goes by so quick. All right. So let's break this down. Let's break it down. Break it down. Break it.
Break it down to a circle.
Yes. The circle. So if you can see the circle there, that's the perfect circle. There it is. Circle head. And then just the rectangle body, the rectangle body. There it is. And really, this is where you'll have some fun with the texture, trying to get the texture, not a square body, that's a rectangle body. And then the angles of this head here. Let's see, we got this angle. Now, if I get the center, try to shoot the middle, it's kind of like right in there. I think that's it. See, the eyes are resting on that middle line. And then if we go again here, this other line right above. There we go. Another line right about there. These three lines right there should help. All right. And there is, if I were to find the axis line of this, it's kind of slightly off. It should be, this is not like a professional drawing. I think, I don't know. It's kind of tough drawing. Oh, that's all good. I would probably straighten these out. Bit. Although that angle is not bad actually. All right, cool. So that's it. That's it. Let's get going on this. Can you paste the link? Yes, I can, and I will. All right. So let's stop sharing. Get this link. Oh, let me get the copy image address. Let's see if that works. Test it first. Here we go. Yeah, it does work. Oh, there's a little bit more to it. All right, here we go. Here's the link in the chat. There we go. All right, let's get this, let's get to this ostrich. There we go. So we got our circle. First thing. Yeah. All right. Sketch it out. Let's see. It's mutiny, I tell you. There we go. All right. So yeah, circle. Once you see a circle, you can go big, you can go small, but it's going to have the same height, same width. It's going to be the same ratio, 1:1. And then we've got the neck sticking on like right there, about right there. I would say if this is 9 o'clock, this is, I don't know, that width. I don't know how to describe it. Almost have to eyeball it. You almost have to see how, oh, there we go. If you see this line coming down, almost have to imagine this line here. You can see this thickness here and see this thickness. That kind of helps to get how wide this neck is. That's where, yeah, right in there. Sometimes some people do the neck too thin, too wide. This is already proportions. You're changing the proportions. But this kind of helps if you kind of imagine these lines kind of going down like that, or sketch them in. All right, now we're going to do the angles. There's this angle here right in the middle of the circle. Try to get the center. That's where the eyes are going to go. Right there, that center. And then we got there we go. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that angle. And then you want to go parallel with that angle, kind of like break that in half, and then go to the top of that and break that in half again. We have these three lines into thirds, kind of. There we go. That's it. Broke it down. Break it down. Break it down. Big shapes to little shapes. We got the big shape of the circle, breaking it down into smaller pieces, seeing how it all fits. This angle is not easy. It's definitely intermediate. The drawing is a little simple. All right, let's see. The eyes. We didn't really talk about the placement of the eyes, but definitely they're way out here. Actually, they're way out here on the sides. I would say right at the ends. That's where they're at. They're on those ends, and then they've got this kind of like triangle stuff coming in. And this is just, I'm sketching it in, sketching it in. There we go. Let's get that beak in there. The beak kind of goes like that. I'm doing the outside, and then here we go. Curves in, almost like a little UFO. Curves down, curves up. Like that shape, like a little hat. Looks like a little hat that kind of fits right in there. All right, I am going a little fast. I'll slow down or I'll stop right here. Okay, all right. Here we go, here we go. And this is where probably a pencil or let me see, or my grease pencil would probably be better because it would give me that texture. This pen is, I got a really fine point and I'm drawing really big. So let's see if I can have my or a marker. Do that. Now I actually would like my grease pencil if I had my, oh, here's some colored pencils. If I had a grease pencil, it would be better. All right, I'll probably go with this colored pencil, blue one. And I can wear down the edge. Uh-oh. Oops, something's not burning. Yeah, see, then I get a thickness to this pencil, which is, see, yeah, there you go, that thickness as opposed to the line of a pen. All right, let's bring that down. All right, let's get the details. So, I'm gonna bring it in. Should probably bring those eyes in a little bit. Oh, they're pretty good. All right, so I'll do the outside right in here, like this. And then there's the inside, the pupil, really big. And there is a little bit of a highlight reflection. I'll just make it as a little oval there and then shade it all in. Shade it all in. There we go. Now there, the hair goes over. There is a little bit of overlapping right in there. There's overlapping on that side. And then it actually kind of goes dark and open a little bit more like that. There's one eye. Might be off a little bit. It's all right. This eye is definitely different. Yeah, I don't know who. There's no consistency. I'll make it a little bit bigger, but not as big as the other one. The pupil on the other one is bigger for some reason. I'm going to go with the pupil first. Add the little bit highlight. There we go. Because I'm trying to match that pupil, the dark part. This is where the light goes in. This is where you see everything around you. Everything goes into that pupil, into the darkness of your skull. Yeah, everything you see is, I don't know, it goes into your brain where it's completely dark, which is kind of an interesting idea. All this light bouncing. I'm going to go ahead and just go around like this on this eye. Get that shape. Try to match that first one. I think this eye looks a little better. All right, like that. I am deviating a little bit. Now there is a little bit of, let's see, I would say 2 parts to this beak. Kind of goes 3 parts, I would say. It goes in a little bit and then it curves. There's a curved part, like right in there. Yeah, it's not simple. There we go. Smells like something's burning outside. I hope, I don't know, barbecue. All right, almost like a little rainbow over the nose. And then it's got 2 little nostrils, a little bit of overlapping the nostrils right in there. Save your drawings, save your drawings. What you want to do is have a sketchbook like this, and then you just do a lot of sketches, and then you'll see the progress. You'll see progress. Gotta practice and progress. Progress. And then if I can see, that's where I can really give you some feedback, where I see your work and, you know, say, hey, you need to work on this, you need to work on that. And, so you know what to focus on. If it's ratios, if it's angles, proportions, that's the tough one. All right. Now there's two parts, there's three parts. This is the third part. There's this interesting little lip curl. And then there's a part where this beak kind of goes open. So it's like right in the middle. Curves out. Adding a little bit more, making this a little bit of an adjustment as I'm drawing. There we go. There's the beak. That was the hard part. A little bit of a curve here. Add a little more right there. All right. Now I'm going to use my colored pencil. It's dark right in here, and it goes out. And this is where you really need to practice your shading and texture, because it just kind of goes out. And see, I'm using this colored pencil, which kind of gets a little bit more right in there. See, I'm putting these little eyelashes kind of like out like that. There we go. Covers a little bit faster than the pen would. And then here, just the lines. Just try to get the lines, nice long strokes right to the center. See how I just did that? I fanned it out. And then you can put some more in there in that same direction. Notice the direction, how it kind of all goes to the center. And then you can actually kind of shade it and keeping some of the texture. If you need to go in a little bit darker, go a little bit darker, kind of like, should be kind of coming out like that. There we go. And get some more going out. Notice the direction. Notice the direction. I should point this out a little bit more. So the center here, and get these parts here like that, and then just fill it in. Maybe go a little bit darker here. Let's see, and then eyelashes for the bottom. It comes out. Then get that circle shape. We're kind of going out as it goes out. A little bit more. Fill it in, maybe shade it a little bit. Shade it with some texture. Although they don't have shading, it's all just texture. It's all just this line. And then you have two lines. You have lines going this way, on the way down. And you have lines going this way, the opposite way. If you have to move your paper, feel free to move your paper to where you get comfortable. So I'm going to move it this way. And then just go all the way up. And this takes practice. Yeah, this is definitely a practice one. Fill stuff in, a little more shading. All right, our ostrich is done. All right, there's our ostrich. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. And add a little texture. This is texture. The journey. Yeah, see, that's where I can point out to, I'm gonna have to create videos and then point out to them for people who are new. The journey, the journey. What is the journey? All right, I'm just doing this for fun. There's our ostrich, ta-da! Thank you for that suggestion, whoever it was. Let's go with the, we're down to 23. And Francois in the house. All right, Ellen in the house. Let's see, so get the names. All right, let's go with, I don't know if you want to raise your hand or if you have comments or questions. Great class tonight, but need to eat dinner. Hope to be here next week. All right, thank you, Cindy. Thank you for joining us. All right, let's go with, oh, I don't know if Carmen or Cheryl, you have your hands up if you have questions. Or we're just gonna jump into our dog. All right, I'll try to keep it simple. It is beginner night tonight. Next week, we're going into intermediate to advanced. So yeah, you're welcome to come, but it'll be intermediate to advanced next week. Intermediate to advanced. And that's what we're going right now. Let's go. Let me share my screen. There we go. Feel free to get up if you need to get up. We're going to choose a dog right now. There's been a request for a see, there's so many ways you can go with it. Here, we can even go with that. That one definitely would take a lot longer. That's cute. That's nice. Actually. I like this one actually. I kind of like this one. I like that one. Do a quick sketch. I think this one, we can go with that one though. So if you're a beginner, I don't know. The other requested drawings were that one. Somebody wanted trees and stuff like that. And we're kind of getting close to the 9 o'clock hour. We can go till 9:10 tonight. And then Edna from The Incredibles. And then somebody else, oh, perspective. Perspective next week. Next week we can focus on stuff like this a little bit more. But yeah, just to point it out. Oh, you're welcome, Carmen.
My Harold with his purple crayon was the easiest suggestion.
Which one? The hair?
Harold and his purple crayon.
Oh yeah. You know what? I remember seeing it, but I don't know why I don't have it here. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I did see that suggestion, Harold.
Because you haven't been doing real easy tonight.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep it simple. And Harold, yeah, Harold was a good one. I did see that for a second. I don't know where did you put it? Did you put in the Harold crayon? Yeah. Actually, we can do that one really quick. Harold crayon images. There he is. Yeah, this one. You had actually yours was a little more like this one at that angle. Yeah. Oh gosh. Bedtime stories, Harold and the Purple Crayon. That's a cute story. Actually, I remember that when I was a kid. So that's been around for a while. I don't know if it says when it came out. Let's see, there we go. Crockett, Harold. 60th anniversary. Oh yeah. Before I was born. So yeah, I do remember that as a kid. I think they did an animation. I think there might be an animation on it. Videos. Yeah, there is. Harold and the Purple Crayon. Cute. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at shapes. Sweet. All right. Ready. So, where is he at? There he is. Which one was he? Copy image address. Now, then we have our dog too. I think we can do this one. We can do both. We've got time, but I'm trying to go from simple to more complex. Now this one, this one like Snoopy and the Peanuts characters are not like, the shape is there, and Snoopy, the shape is there, but it's definitely complex. All right, night, Christine. See you next week. All right, down to 20. Hardcore heroes here. Let's see. Making it a little more challenging. This one will be quick, and then we'll go to the dog, which will be quick as well. There we go. This circle. Yeah, it's more than a circle. It's kind of hard to kind of explain it here with these tools. I'll see how good I can do. But definitely this is the, oops. The round part. There we go. That's the round part. Right in there. And you can see it pull up on the forehead, and then here another circle for the chic. Fava bean head. Pretty much. Fava beans. Right, here you go. And then here's another circle right in there. Let's see, get that circle shape. And then you got to see how they're overlapping and how they relate to each other. That right in there. Yeah. And how it all fits, how all these parts fit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, then we got the hands. Oops, where's my circle? There's one there, and then this other hand over here. And let's get some angles. You've got this whole angle here. That's the main angle, but if you look at this arm, kind of goes up, the axis line goes up and then goes out. The same, I would say probably there, this shoulder. And then you have this coming this way, and this leg going out that way, these axis lines. Then the outer lines that crease a little bit of a pelvis or buttocks. These angles. All right, that's it. All right, I'll put this in the chat, and let's get going on this one. I think we can do this one in 10 minutes, hopefully. We'll see. The floating island is cool. We should do that someday. I'll see if we can get to it. We'll see if we can get to it. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Let's see, just sketch these out really quick. We'll do as much as we can. Let's see, where? Yeah, no, but that's definitely a little more advanced for tonight. I want to try to keep this advanced stuff on one night. And let's see, so we don't, because I know I'm already using, we lost half, but yeah, we're here already for 2 hours, over 2 hours on drawing here. Let's, where's my annotate? There we go. Draw. Clear, that's what I need to do. There we go. All right, let me put this in the chat. Oh, put it for everybody. There we go. All right, let's do this real quick. Let's see how fast we can do this. All right, let's do Harold and his purple crayon, tagging everywhere. Oh, where'd he go? Uh-oh. I lost him on my screen. I'll just open up a new window. New tab. I am the king of tabs. Huh. I did lose that other one too, so that's not good. Did I close it? I don't know. All right, Harold. Oh, duh, I didn't have to do that. I can just paste. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, I didn't see the relationship. I didn't get the relationship of the head to the body, but we'll just do the head and then we'll add the body. So we have our circle for the head. Then we had another circle for the cheek right about in there, kind of like overlapping right in there. And then the forehead, I don't know, I'm gonna go kind of fast. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, that's okay. It's almost like a sketch in practice. So it's those two circles. And it's really better just to practice, even if we, just speed it up. We're going to put a little bit of forehead on it. Let's see, and the nose. So that we have our circle. Comes up and around and over. We're going to pull forward a little bit, bring it down, bring it up the nose. And then the cheek, like that. That's actually a really hard shape. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. It's not a simple shape. It's kind of compound. You have that certain, and then there's an angle to it, which I really didn't even capture. I didn't capture that angle too well. I didn't capture that angle. It should be a little bit, let's see, a little bit of an adjustment. Bring this down maybe a little bit. Oh, killing it. Killing me, Larry. Killing me, Harold. That's good. Thicken up this line. It's got some really thick lines. A little bit of a mouth in there. Let's get that ear, big ear right in there. Yeah, if I didn't have to describe what I'm doing, I can just draw it really fast and then lose everybody. All right, so he's got an eye right about there. I did the ear really quick. And then we got the eye around. Oh, I got a purple with my purple pencil. Harold, drawing Harold with a purple pencil. And then he's got an eyebrow. 2 slashes for hair. 1, 2. Yeah, wow, 60 years old, probably more, because I don't know how old that video or how old that picture was. Let's see. Harold Crayon, 1955. Wow. Okay, Google, what's 2022 minus 1955?
2022 minus 1955 is 67.
67. Wow. So it's been 67 years, not 60. So that picture is 60 years old or 7 years old. All right, here we go. Let's finish up Harold here. I think he's my proportions are off a little bit. I think I might, it's all right. It's okay. See, I'm struggling too. It's all good. All right, so let's get that hand. That hand's going to be right about there. I know the body's going to be here. This is going to come down at this angle. This hand right in here. And then the body. Say the size of the head. It comes out more of a triangle. This makes him look like a little kid. So it's coming from here. See, I'm kind of imagining that torso and then all this kind of attached coming out. This whole torso there. And then everything else is kind of coming out at this, like this triangle. This triangle here is that big shape. Then I can get all the details in there. See that? I've masked it all in. It's going to fit there like that. Now let's get all the details in there. So there's a thumb. Comes down. The bottom. Then you have one finger kind of like that. And then the crayon. Yeah, I'm trying really quick. Yeah, this is more intermediate. I would probably end the class earlier. Yeah, we'll probably be doing that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have our beginners night because this is already going over 8:49. Here we go. Here we go. Now, curves onto the body, onto the arm. Just the little curves. It comes down. Comes around. Trying to capture that shape, that form. That shape. Down. Then the hand, the fingers, here's the thumb. Comes out, then it curves in the palm. Then he's got his 4 fingers sticking out. So let's do that. Watch the direction. If you want to, here, I'm going to break it down a little bit. There's that, there's the pinky I already drew. And then you can kind of lightly sketch them in. Here's the pointer finger. Here's the middle finger, and then in between that, that's where that's the ring finger right there. See, I kind of sketch them in like that. And then now all I need to do, I can see the placement, how it's going to be. Now I can just go around in that general direction. I'm tracing. Let's see, there we go. There's the hand. The lines a little thicker, adjust them a little better. That's it. Here we go. Get that little curve. This is the little diaper or whatever he's got underneath. It's got like this foot here, all really loose. A little bit of a knee. Got these PJs on, really. I remember wearing these onesies as a kid. Oh my gosh. All these little memories. Here, this kind of goes around. There should be kind of like a knee right in there, and then it comes back forward. Here we go, just like that. Getting these curves right. There he is, Harold. It's kind of complex. It looks simple. It's deceivingly simple, but yeah, getting the curves, getting the big shapes. Yeah, it is deceivingly simple. I think honestly, you should probably have a little more forehead, a little bit more backhead actually. A little bit more backhead. I would probably slightly more if I were to make adjustments. I would add about that much to it. Right in there, right there, like that. There we go. That's it. Right in there. All right, Harold the Purple Crayon. Let's go to our dog. Where did our pictures go? Oh man. Let's see if I can find it. Huh. I think I lost it. I don't remember closing it. Huh, that's weird. Let's go into history. Oh, wait a minute. Did I move it down? Oh, no. Anything in the chat? Oh, thanks. Okay, you're welcome, Kelly. See y'all next week. Man, let's go to history. Recently closed. I think if we did, is that the one that closed? SpongeBob, yeah, that's the one I closed. Restore window. There it is. There we go. That's the one I just lost. All right, let's go back to it. Let's share my screen. Let's get to this dog and see if we can see how we're doing on time. 8:53. Oh yeah, no, our time's coming up. Share screen. All right, let's do this dog. Here we go. There, that one. Okay, so I'm going to copy the image address, paste it. There we go. All right, zoom in. All right, now this one looks complex, but it's not too bad actually. It's kind of probably, I would say, what time are you hoping to end? I don't know. We go till, I don't know. What time is it now? It's 8.
You did comment that you were already over time.
Yeah, I am. I don't know if I want to, you know, because making this adjustment, we would actually go for a long time, but we are going to be just doing one night. No, we can go till the beginning classes is kind of really over. So this is a little more advanced now. So yeah, if anybody wants to leave, that's fine. You can leave. I don't get hurt. But thank you for coming out. Let me see where I can't see how many. Oh, it's under more. Let's see how many people are here. There we go. Oh yeah, we got 15 people hanging out. All right, so we're gonna draw this. Oh, I haven't shared my screen yet. Number 2, where did it go? There we go. Share. That's it. All right, so you should see the German Shepherd now. Annotated. So definitely the circle for this dog is the one that the head. When I'm drawing, there it is. That's the one. That's it. And then the rest kind of just attaches to it. So you get this straight line right there, and then you got this kind of like swoop back. Kind of goes out at that angle. There's a slight taper, but it kind of swoops in. And then what else should we be looking for? The ears, simple angles. There's a lot of little, you know, those are the main angles, but then you have these little angles in between. They're like these little curves, these little bumps, how they fit in there. But these are the major angles right there. And then you've got the little bumps in there. And then this whole curving out. And then the bottom part of the mouth and the tongue. All right, so I think that's a good one. All right, ready? I'll put it in the chat. I am going a little faster, so this is definitely intermediate. Let's go. I should end. I should be a little more respectful with ending, but we'll go. long as we have people here, we have more than 10 people, so that's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and block. Let's start. Let's stop sharing. I think that I already did. All right, cool. Let me spotlight myself. There we go. All right, let's do this German Shepherd dog. Kind of tough. Intermediate to advanced here. I'm using my colored pencil still. And get that circle shape in first. That circle shape. It's the building block. And it's more than a circle shape. Really, we're starting to get form. It's really a sphere. Really want to start thinking about a sphere. This doesn't really have a lot of shading to it. But right around here, it kind of comes out. And then it kind of goes in. Watch that angle. Goes in and then back out. Notice how it attaches itself right in there. So pretty straight. It comes back. There's the tongue. German Shepherd. There we go. And there's the neck. It's got all this other stuff. And the ears right about there. There's one ear and then the other ear. Right about there. Just like that. The M. There we go. Yeah, getting the proportions and how everything fits, that's the tough one. And like I think I'm missing the forehead a little bit here. Might have to bring it up or bring this snout down. So actually, why don't I start on that? I'm going to start up here. There's the forehead. And I'm looking at the forehead. It does bump in at this angle, kind of like this, almost like the M, like a flattened out M. And then it curves in. Now I'm going to bring it down and not use that line I had originally because it needs this dip. This dip right there. Now who's brought the chips? Now there's the dip, a little dip on that nose. I'm bringing it down and it's just making those adjustments. Sometimes you just, I gotta have to make those adjustments. And there's a little bit of a bump on that nose, a little bit of a bump right in here, a little bit of a bump, but it's mostly that angle. Eventually you'll get those little bumps. You'll see that little form. But if you don't, getting that angle is more important. Right, the nose, right in here. So seeing how far it comes out, seeing how wide it is. This is where looking at ratios is important. Because you notice how big it is, and you're looking at a lot of different things at the same time. The ratios and the proportions. This nose, what comes up, the shape of it. All right, Kelly, see you next week. Ooh, the advanced class. Our first ever advanced class. Actually, well, we do advanced like right now, but first ever like strictly straight advanced, intermediate and advanced. Like I wouldn't even explain as much. Like right now I'm just shading it. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain everything because there's so much going on. The ratios and the angles and bringing it all together. And the shading and the textures and but it's still the framework. I'm getting that shape of that head and this coming out here and seeing how it all fits. Get that crease in there, that forehead. I'm gonna get that little bit of a crease. That forehead right here, there's a little bit of a crease, and then there's an eye. Now the eye shape, it's almost like it's like a teardrop, kind of like this kind of shape. And it's not a clear, this is a sketch. So we're making a sketch of a sketch. So this should be rounded. This should be rounded there on that side part of the eye. And then I'm gonna bring that like an oval. Yeah, we'll do that. And then inside that pupil. And then shade it slightly right in there. And then just bring that eyelash in. I'm thickening it up. The thickness is important. Notice how thick it is. And then there's shading and stuff I'm kind of like doing automatically. Bring that in the bottom. Thicken, I'm gonna thicken that eyeball up too. And add a little bit of a little hair and stuff. I'm kind of opening it up, almost like putting eyelashes on it, or her, or him, he. All right, a little bit of sketch kind of coming back. I don't know if it's the design of the dog. There we go. All right, let's do the mouth. The mouth kind of curves, it comes down and then back out. Kind of like that, kind of like a water balloon or something. It's got a little bit of mass to it. Then it comes back. There is a tooth. There's a bit of a tooth right in here. Right in here. We're trying to capture that tooth. A tooth right in there. Little triangle. All right. 9:04. Go for 15 more minutes. My daughter. Oh. Oh man, here we go. Somebody else has been trying to get in. Oops. There it is. Hello, I've been trying to attend for so long, but I barely make it home from work by 6:30, so I'm missing the class every week. Bummer. Maybe I could skip the greet and meet on connect to the class 7 p.m. Would that be okay? Yes, that is fine. Yeah, nice. So yeah, somebody just messaged me. Yes, you can come in and come and go anytime. All right, so there it is. Here, making sure, I think I'm definitely gonna need to bring up the head a little bit more. Hold on, Mason saying a message. All right, trying to capture that mass of the head. I might have to bring it up because I brought this up so I can easily add more mass and really trying to try to capture that shape and that form of that head. So I notice here originally I'm adding more to it. So I'm adding because I really want to get that feel of that form of that head, make it solid. And it does come out to here. Once I have this, bring that out. And then here, there we go. There we go, coming along, coming along. All right, the ears are gonna go off a little bit, that's okay. There's a little bit of a bump right there, comes in, goes out, and then it curves up. Yeah, I knew it was gonna hit that. And then it curves in, and then it attaches. And these little bumps in the road. But you have that direction. Some people exaggerate, some people under exaggerate. It's okay. It's all practice. You can see how you did it, if you did it over or under or just right. It's hard to get it just right. So I'm just shading all this in now. I'm just shading all this area, the ear part, and it's just a sketch. So I'm just not all shaded. It's just partly. Let's get that other ear. Actually, the inside part of the ear is shaded. I'm just shading it getting these shapes and textures and all these little hairs, and it's hard to kind of describe. It's just doing it, putting it in, and the hair kind of going in a direction. Actually, there's like little texture. It's a sketch. Let's do this back ear. Again, a little bit of a curve, like right in the middle. There's a little bit of a bump right in the middle that gives it a little bit of form, and then it curves out right there. It's that little bit of a bump right there, that bump, and then it goes out, curves. All right, and then the inside part of that ear on the little bit of shading. It's actually a sketch. I'm kind of shading it. A little bit of more shading on the forehead. Put a little bit, pushes it back actually. It's got some like really quick, just shading like that. A little bit of form as well. There's a little bit of cross hatching right at this snout, right in there. A little bit of cross hatching. The top as well. Putting it at the top. It's at the top and at the bottom. So it's at the top and the bottom. This kind of makes it rounded. It gives it more of a rounded feel. And there we go. All right. And then we've got the collar. The collar here. Oops. Actually, probably a little bit lower. I'm going to erase it and go lower. You're seeing it here. I'm erasing. Slightly. It doesn't completely erase. I need about this much space, a little bit more. There we go. It's all good. His collar kind of whips around, I think. They were kind of doing that there. And it's just suggested. The collar is really just suggested. All right, here we go. All the darkness of the mouth, and then I think pretty much done. Pretty much done. Some of the stuff, there's little textures here. I'm just adding a little texture. Look at the texture. Add a little bit of shading if you want, a little more texture than goes there. Let's do this mouth. Now the mouth is interesting. It's really dark and light areas, pink areas. My friend has a German Shepherd. So yeah. Yeah, all these dark areas. There we go. And try to see the patterns of light and dark. There's a lot of little scribbling going on. As long as you have that tooth there, and then just kind of get dark patterns, get that tongue in there. This tongue line is really important. That tongue line right in there. And then the rest is kind of like just the texture. I'm just kind of like going in there and adding a texture, shading this top part, pushing that back a little bit. Not in the drawing, but I'm doing it. This is the tongue. I'm shading it like it's inside. Here's the crease of the tongue. I think one of our drawings had a crease in it. Oh, the frog. Yeah. And then the tongue has two angles. There's that angle, and then this angle, and then the curve. Kind of like the frog, the drawing we started with tonight. There's the tongue. I'm happy with it. Let's get the bottom part all dark right here, like this. This is the bottom part of that mouth. All right. I don't know how you guys are doing. Hopefully you're hanging in there. This is not easy. You're really hardcore heroes, taking on those challenges, fighting the evil lines. Where do you draw the line? Right here. I said we draw till 9 o'clock. No, we're 9:10. We might be able to go later. This depends on how I'm feeling and what's going on, but definitely more than 2 hours. We're already going on 3 hours here. 3 hours, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. Yeah, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. Yeah, 3 hours. 3 hours of drawing. Somebody's worried about getting here late, so I'll let her know. She can join us anytime, but yeah, next week we're going to be doing advanced, so she's beginner. It's too bad. Our first advanced, intermediate advanced class, and all right, our newbie is gonna miss it. I don't know. All right, so here we go. I'm just adding shapes. I'm just adding little textures, just not really sketchy. And there's all kinds of sketches here. Just make it, there we go. There we go. That's it. Sketch marathon. Yeah, it would be good. All right, there we go. There's one. I think maybe a little more dark. I don't know, you can add a little more. Look at the picture, look back and forth, really want, that's what you want to do. Kind of look back and forth, see how you can make it more like the picture, either mine or the original. All right, there he is. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's jump to the little island. I think that's it. Or well, let's see if we can do both of them. I'm going to simplify the island a lot because I don't know that I know some people were expecting it to be beginning, intermediate, advanced, but we're going to go yeah, definitely just down to 14. All right, so I'm going to simplify this one as much as I can. Here we go, that one. A lot of triangles, a lot of, we'll sketch this one out really quick. It's just a lot of triangles. Actually, let's see. I want to copy image address. Oh yeah, we got that. Let's paste it. Paste it. Let's see. Floating Island by Araiko O on DeviantArt. All right. Give him props. Give that person props. All right, a lot of little circles here, a lot of triangles. Let's try this out. Here we go. Let's block it out. See what's happening here. We got our triangle there. This, I can probably even straighten it out, but it's kind of like almost two angles. Triangle here, definitely there. Then we got this shape kind of there, breaking it down. And there's all these other little shapes, but this, you want to see the mass of it. You want to get your, this is like the clay we're going to need. This is the clay we're going to, you don't want to take out too much clay. You don't want to take out too little. This is the clay we're going to need. These are the big shapes, right? So you kind of want to put that and then go in there with the detail afterwards. This you should be able to do really quickly. You should be able to like mass this in really quickly. And then afterwards, get the detail. So yeah, it's those big shapes that we're talking about. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to talk so much, hopefully. And then just do it. All right, let's get this. We got this. All right, so let's stop sharing. Here we go. All right, let's do this. All right, so we got our triangle for the top. I see that triangle. Watch your angles. Lock it all in, and this kind of helps too. How it's all going to fit. So there's the treetop. There's the tree itself, the trunk. And there's the bottom of the trunk. There's this angle here and this angle here of that where it's all, and then the bottom, this big old triangle here, kind of like that. Here's our little thickness there. Floating island. There we go. And then here's our clouds, little bubble clouds. But there it is. Look at just really quickly. I can bubble in the clouds. I'm blocking everything in. I just blocked everything in really quickly. And as you practice, you get better at blocking things in where things kind of go. At first, it's kind of hard, and I'm going kind of fast. So if I'm losing you, sorry. It's we got to go into the practice. Got to practice more. Practice. A little cloud down here. Just put little circles, and that's it. That's it, more or less the placement, more or less I already know, just like really quick with quick sketches. I know how it's going to fit on my paper. I know I can imagine it. Begin with the end in mind is one of the 7 habits of highly effective people. Begin with the end in mind. Sketch marathon going on here. All right, let's do this. Let's break this down. So there's like 3 parts to this. There's like the center part, and then there's a part above it and part below it. And what else? And then there's another big part of it down like this way, this whole tree. See, I'm breaking it down into smaller parts now. Now I can just go in here and just kind of like, all right, let's break it down even further. All the little detail, and all it is just like little leaves. I'm just going to fake it. I'm going to get the feel of it. I'm not going to shoot for accuracy. I'm just going to shoot for the feel of it. Kind of get it. Goes up, goes down, goes around. It's kind of like around that shape. Then here's another one up and around, because this would be a lot to explain, a lot to kind of go through. But, you know, look at just like really quickly. Look at that. Look at that. Dang, mister. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, I can't explain all that. Just do it. You just do. You just do it. Just do it, like Nike says. Just do it. See, but blocking the big shapes in, that's what it's about. Now there is a bit of shadow shapes down here. Just trying to get the Just scribbling now. Here we go. Here's a branch. There's one branch here. Another branch over here behind it. Another one here this way. And then let's see. More or less. Bring that in. Oh, this branch right here is really nice. The way it comes out. There's a little bit of overlapping, so it overlaps, then it comes up and over two little smaller branches. Comes back down. There's a little bit of an elbow in it. And, oof, I just messed that up. That's all right. And a little bit of an attachment. Here it tapers out, tapers out. There's one branch here, or one root. There's three of them. There's three, 1, 2, and then 3 right there. Comes out. Doing it really quick because there's a lot of detail, This has a lot of detail. Definitely wouldn't, I mean, I don't know how to simplify. I don't know, you lose a lot. I mean, I can simplify it from the beginners, but, and I kind of simplified it here with this triangle shapes. But yeah, and you're just not drawing this. I mean, if we could have kept it with the triangle shapes. Yeah, it's all good. We got the beginning drawings done. This is more intermediate, advanced. A lot of roots under this. And I'm just going to scribble texture in here, just roots. This colored pencil helps, and just shade it all in, and then just throw roots right on top. Shade some grass. Let's see, use a tip point. I know different parts of my pencil. Really fine grass, really thin, fine. There's a split in this root up here, rutabaga. All right, the roots go down underneath like that. More roots. Shadow, a little bit of a shadow right here on the side. Just really quickly see it and do it. Shadow. Oh, more. Leafies. Then there's like these hanging straggly things, moss, or who knows what it is. On this side too, little hanging threads. And then little circles for the. Oh, it's like a different planet. So these things are. Smooth shading. I'm gonna shade my tree a little bit. Give it some shade. Some tree shade. It's getting late. shade my yeah, underneath. Yeah, actually there's some underneath. Give it some, there's a little bit of shade under these leaves under here. It's part of the tree. Adding a little bit of shades. This gives it a little bit of form right in there. I just added a little form. Just really quick shading. Some of it's tight, some of it's looser. Here's some grass as it comes down really quick. So I'm just adding this texture. Takes practice. Just doing it. Just a little bit of a space. Yeah, because I could take my time and we can really talk about this and how this was done. But I'm just sketching it. Yeah, I can break it down further. It would take longer. So we're just doing it. So I don't know where you're at. People who are a little more advanced, just do it. They just do it. Whatever turns out, turns out. And you learn from it. Keep going. Adding more texture, just adding more shading back here. Breaking this triangle up to another little triangle right there. Breaking this up. And giving it. It's just not too much of a triangle. There it is. I do that a lot. I was listening to my all right. The clouds, little puffy clouds. See, I've got my little circles in now. I can add all the little circles behind it. So poofies. Big poofy, little poofy, big poofy, and some overlapping little poofies. Straight bottom, flat bottom girls. Make the rockin' world go round. I'm doing blind contour drawing. Actually, not. That's one of the exercises. Betty Edwards. I'm kind of like just drawing really without looking at my paper. I'm just kind of like looking at the drawing. This doesn't matter. That's it. Let me zoom out. Zoom out a little. There we go. 14 people hanging out. Do we have the link for this? Did I give it? I don't know. I thought I did. Oh, maybe I didn't. Let me put it in the chat. Oh, sorry. There it is. It's in the chat. Yeah, no, I don't think I didn't. I have to go 11:47 here. Oh, Cheryl, you're welcome. Wishing you and everyone a great weekend. See you on Tuesday. Oh, no. And Francois, not Tuesday. Oh, shoot. We're not doing Tuesday. I'll have to message her. I don't know if she's here. She's still here. Oh, she left already. Francois. And Francois, she left. I'm gonna have to message her. I'll message her right now. We meet the next advance. Yeah. All right. I think we've got, oh, we don't have any more time. That's it. We're out of time. All right, we'll see everybody. This is it. We're gonna call it a night. It's 9:23 here. We'll stay longer next time. Just some nights we don't go as long, but I do promise at least 2 hours. We went for 3. See, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. Yeah, 3 hours. It's almost 3 hours. All right. Let's see. You're welcome. So next week will be a little more advanced, intermediate to advanced. We'll start off like this, actually, intermediate to advanced, and then maybe something a little more advanced.
But can you drink less coffee next week so you slow down? By the time we got to this tree, I wasn't keeping up.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, intermediate to advanced, I'll see. It's kind of hard to and I can't see where everybody's at. So it would probably be good to have it kind of like maybe go live and have people drawing out here so I can see where everybody's at and go at your pace. But yeah, I'll have to drink. What's the opposite of coffee? I'll have to have some downers.
Warm milk.
Warm milk. All right.
No, he will fall asleep, then the class will end early. So no.
Well, thank you. See you next week.
All right, I'll see you next week. I don't know if anybody would like to share. We do have like 5 minutes if anybody wants to share. If not, we'll just call it a night. You can share next week. You can share next week if you'd like. If not, so thank you for coming out. Sketchbook heroes. All right, let's call it a night. Good night, everybody.